My name is Derek Braccio, about to be 29. I am a quasi baker and quasi chef. Yeah, I am not a trained baker. I'm not a trained chef. I've taught myself how to do everything. I originally was a bartender, working in the beer industry since I was 21. Um, and the goal is to open up a neighborhood bar that has elements of baking, coffee, um, and my goal is to basically teach myself how to do it all. So I know how to be a terrible boss. Yeah, that's kind of summary of what I do. I was kind of stuck in a job that it was fine. I made a lot of money. I was working at a very prominent brewery in LA. But it was only originally supposed to be for a couple months, temporary. Ended up being there for 2 years. But I had just kind of realized that if I wanted to do what I came here to do, I needed to start focusing on that. So I created Focaccia Boi. I think the biggest part is running a business out of your house and having her accept the fact that I have taken up half the house. I've taken over the guest room. There's no more guest room. That is Focaccia Boi packaging / merch / storage. The kitchen is, completely different. Had to buy an industrial mixer. All the artwork's gone. The kitchen table's gone. It's just, workstations and I think that's probably the hardest part is she now lives inside of my business. So created it just to kind of have fun with it, do it on the side when I'm not working. And then that was about a year ago, just over a year ago. And then the pandemic hit. And it was kind of a blessing in disguise. I was sitting on a mountain of flour and yeast and had friends who worked in restaurants and were able to, gather all the ingredients I needed. So I started doing deliveries for free, just around Orange County. And then that grew to people wanting it in San Diego. And then that grew to people wanting it in LA, and just kept going at that for months. Initially it blew up within, a few weeks of doing it. It was just my business doubled in 2 weeks. I went from doing 10 loaves a week part-time to doing 40 loaves a day. And then lately, those last couple months, I've just been toying around doing pizzas. Not necessarily something I wanted to do in the first place, just kind of bored, I guess. Not bored. I was, I guess bored. I was bored of it. I just started making pizzas for myself for fun. And a few friends of mine had it, and they went nuts over it, and started doing pizzas. And then within the first pizza sale I did sold out in 20 minutes. And then they just kept selling out over and over again. And then I got a feature from a food blog that overnight tripled my business. So that was crazy. Roll out of bed, get ready for work, saunter over to the kitchen, bake for hours. In between proofing, I'm on my computer running sales, answering emails, and then if I'm doing pizza sale, I'm running with my head cut off for hours doing pizzas. Then I am back to on my computer, ordering supplies, answering more emails. I have to do my own marketing, so all the Instagram stuff, all of that, is all me. I have to run all of that, and I try to be pretty proactive with that stuff. So I'm usually, working from 8 a.m. till midnight every day. I just kind of felt like I wanted something of my own. I wanted something where I can have that community space, where I can provide that space for my neighborhood, for the city, for whoever needs it. I'm very inclusive. I believe that every brand should be as socially, uh, economically, just responsible in general. Just, you have to give back to your community. You have to support your community. And I feel like my way of doing that is to have a space to be able to say, this is a safe space for all of you to be. I'm not a rich person, but, in terms of the norm, I guess I'm in poverty, but, I don't feel like it. I've got a house. I got a business that's doing well. I've got some savings. Like I'm comfortable, and as long as I'm comfortable, the goal is to make everybody else comfortable too.